Welcome dear students to our history class of Standard 10th. Today we will be doing chapter 4, History of Indian Arts. In this video we will learn about art and Indian traditions of visual arts. We live in a rapidly changing world in which images play an important, even central role. With widespread use of personal electronics, we instantaneously deliver and receive sound, video, and text messages. Everywhere we look, we see images designed to command our attention, including images of desire, images of power, religious images, images meant to recall memories, and images intended to manipulate our appetites. But are they art? Art is a diverse range of human activities including creative imagination to express technical proficiency, beauty, emotional power, or conceptual ideas. There is no generally agreed definition of what constitutes art, and ideas have changed over time. Interactions between the elements and principles of art help artists to organize sensorily pleasing works of art, while also giving viewers a framework within which to analyze and discuss aesthetic ideas. The visual arts, also known as Drikala in Sanskrit, are art forms such as painting, drawing, sculpture, ceramics, and architecture. Some examples are the painting traditions represented by Madhubani, the Bidri work of Hyderabad, the inlay work using precious and semi-precious stones that is represented so superbly in the Taj Mahal, the colorful Jaipur pottery, the complex designs and motifs in Indian textiles, and many others. The performing arts, also known as Lalit or Angik Kala. In India, various facets of performing arts are all pervading, bringing color and joy to numerous festivals and ceremonies, and reaffirming the faith of the people in their heritage. These facets have been responsible for sustaining the long continuities of ancient traditions. They are the link between the past and the present. It thus exemplifies that art is not seen as something apart from life, a mere ornamentation or entertainment, but as an intrinsic part of it. Folk art is a tradition that has continued from the prehistoric times. The expression of folk art is a natural part of people's way of living. Hence, its expression is spontaneous. These folk dances are performed by people to express their exhilaration on every possible event or occasion, such as the arrival of seasons, the birth of a child, weddings, festivals, etc. Classical Indian art has an almost magical quality. It transports you to a bygone era and makes every scene come alive. Each of these schools of art have their unique style. While folk art is created by collective participation of the members of a social group, classical art, on the other hand, is expressed within an established frame of consistent rules. It needs a prolonged training to master any form of classical art. Indian traditions of Drikkala. In this section, we will discuss the art of painting, which forms a part of visual arts. Paintings are two-dimensional, for example, sketches or paintings of nature, objects, and individuals. They are done on various surfaces, such as rock, walls, papers, canvas of various types, and earthen pots. The mural of Bodhisattva at Ajanta caves is one of the art of the finest examples of the art of painting. Maratha paintings is an example of art style. The style known as Maratha paintings began to develop in the later half of the 17th century CE. The style consists of colored paintings and they occur as murals and also miniatures used in manuscripts. Murals of Maratha style can be seen in the old Vadas at places like Vai, Minavali and Satara in Maharashtra. The Maratha style was influenced by the Rajput and European styles of painting. Painting styles help us in understanding various things about the times in which it was developed, such as the lifestyle, attires, customs, etc. Folk styles of painting generally depict the lifestyle, culture, tradition, etc. of a particular place or region. In India, there are many sites of rock painting. The rock paintings in the caves of Bhimbetka are famous. Rock paintings generally have human and animal figures. The transition from Stone Age to the advent of agriculture has been clearly portrayed and is known from the figures and colors that have been used. Black, red and white colors were used in the rock paintings, which were made from natural substances. The tradition of folk styles of painting closely resembles the style of rock paintings. Customs such as decorating the house walls and courtyards, that is Rangavali, by drawing various figures and symbols or using panels of paintings to narrate stories, helped to develop regional styles of folk paintings. Warli paintings are a part of the community, a part of their social lives, and a part of their very being. It is associated with numerous customs, festivals, and important milestones of their lives. It is done on the mud walls of the house by Suvasanis or the married women. The paintings describe their relation with the Mother Nature. Unlike other folk painting, the Warli paintings do not use any primary color, nor do they narrate any mythological or regional folk story. There is no religious iconography and it represents nature as the ultimate reality and depicts the interdependence between humans and nature. The Warli paintings have an overall outlook. Since there is lack of written script for the tribe, these paintings become an alternative mode to express their feelings. Jivya Soma Mashe was an artist of the Maharashtra state in India who popularized the Warli tribal art form. He significantly contributed to the culture and development of the Warlis, a tribe living predominantly in the mountains and coastal areas of Maharashtra and Gujarat. His paintings brought alive glimpses of the tribal vision of nature and culture in equilibrium and for highlighting the contemporary relevance of local forms of knowledge. Through his works, the Wali art form emerged from its cocooned world to draw global fame and attention. Mashe received international recognition for his work and participated in several exhibitions and festivals across the world. He was awarded the Padma Shri in the year 2011. The Chitrakathi art originated in the little village called Pingoli in the district of Sindhudurg, Maharashtra. The word Chitra literally means pictures, whereas Katha refers to a form of story. Chitrakathi art involves the oral narration of tales, while simultaneously the images of the scenes are shown in hand-painted pictures. Years ago, the Chitrakathi tradition of storytelling attracted a huge number of local people in regions. This also included the border of Maharashtra and Karnataka as well as parts of Andhra Pradesh. Natural colors derived from organic sources are used to paint on handmade papers. The size of the paper was based on the visual preferences of the village audience and was thus standardized. The artist used a bundle or pothi comprising 50 paintings to narrate the tale. Religious stories from mythology as well as tales from the epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana are depicted. Since beginning of time, arts have existed and have been used to display man's life, struggles, tales, traditions, etc. The arts are essential part of the human experience and can be seen as a reflection of the society. Arts and culture preserve our heritage. Nowhere in the world have we come across such a great variety of arts or skills except in India. It is how the concept of Chaturshashti Kala, that is the 64 great Indian arts, has come into being, prevailing since Puranic days. In the good olden days of ancient Gurukul, traditionally people were taught in one or more of the skills according to their aptitude for livelihood. They were 64 in number grouped together called Chaturshashti Kala, a classic curriculum of sacred sciences, arts, skills, etc. Painting Alekhim occupies the fourth place among the 64 arts enumerated by Vatsyayana. While concluding, Vatsyayana has written a shloka which amplify indicated that painting was fully developed during that period, and the six limbs of painting, Shadangas, were already in vogue. The six different limbs were actually six different points or strokes which were emphasized to infuse more life to the paintings. They were the forms of human demeanor to be used for greater effect and appeal. These were Rupa Bheda, which dealt with the subtle and stark differences in appearance of the figures. Pramanam, which like pixels made the artist work on the brush to bring out the accurate perception, measure and structure. Bhava, which made facial expressions which are generally ruled by the inner feelings. The artist had to visualize the situation and emotions and express them in the form of expressions. Lavanya Yojana was required to add a touch of panache to complete the finesse of the work. Sadrisyam, which called for enhanced strokes on enumerating the similitude in the subject's attitude or action. And lastly, Varnika Bhanga was the leeway which added the flavor of individuality in every piece of art as it allowed the artist to use the brush and colors in his own artistic flair. Such richness endowed in Indian art makes it unparalleled and precious. Miniature paintings in manuscripts. At a distance, they are beautiful. On closer examination, they are phenomenal, unraveling stories captured with infinitesimal intricate details. The world of miniature paintings is a kaleidoscope of history, sculptures, and the lives of people through the ages. The earliest miniature paintings in India can be traced back to the 7th century AD when they flourished under the patronage of the Palas of Bengal. Buddhist texts and scriptures were illustrated on 3-inch wide palm leaf manuscripts with images of Buddhist deities. Miniature art in India truly thrived under the Mughals, defining a rich period in the history of Indian art. The Mughal style of painting was an amalgamation of religion, culture and tradition. Persian styles melded with local Indian art to create a highly detailed, rich art form. Under Emperor Akbar, portraitures documenting palace life and the various achievements of royalty became a prominent feature. After him, Emperor Jahangir's reign saw more refinement and charm. In the style, along with the introduction of many elements of nature. European painting's techniques such as shading and perspectives were also introduced at a later stage within these paintings. Western style of painting. In the British period, Indian artists came under the influence of European style of painting. In 1791, James Wales arrived in India. An art school was established under the leadership of James Wales, a Scottish artist, in the times of Savai Madhavrao Peshwe in Shaniwarwada in Pune. He had painted portraits of Savai Madhavrao, Nana Fadnavis and other figures of the Maratha Empire. He also made drawings and paintings of the Elephanta caves and the Ellora caves. When the Peshwa started a painting workshop on Saturday, Gangaram Tambat got the opportunity to learn in this gallery. Wales liked the realistic pictures he drew. He sent Tambat to Ajanta and Ellora and entrusted him with the task of painting the caves there. These pictures were taken by Wales back home. Some of these paintings are currently at Yale University in the United States. Each portrayal of the object of the painting is the characteristic of the European style. The Sir Jamshedji Jijabai School of Art is the oldest art institution in Mumbai and is affiliated with the University of Mumbai. The school, founded in March 1857, was named after Sir Jamshedji Jijabai, a businessman and philanthropist who donated Rs 1 lakh for its endowment. Pestinji Bomanji was a painter trained in the academic realist style of Bombay School of Art. He made replicas of Ajanta paintings. Dear students, today we have discussed in length about the Indian traditions of visual arts. We shall continue with the lesson in our next video. That's all for today's class. Thanks for watching.